What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video, all returning Team Acne members and new viewers alike. My name is Brian Turner. If you haven't heard of me before, I've dealt with extremely severe acne in the past, and it's left me with some acne scarring. And so today, I want to explain to you exactly what you can do for your acne scarring, from professional treatments, which tend to be a bit pricier, to actual at-home treatments, which are much cheaper and still are very effective. So first, let's go through the professional treatments, and I just want to jump right into the video because so many acne videos have so much fluff before you actually get to what you want to know. So the ones that we're going to be covering are Retin A, chemical peels, derma and microdermabrasion, lasers and augmentation, and fillers. So starting with the first one, you might have heard of this before, maybe not. It's called Retin A, and this is something that you have to get as a prescription, so that does kind of provide a barrier. You do have to go see your doctor to get this, but basically what it is a vitamin A derivative, and it takes off the top layer of skin and allows the new layers of skin to grow back and hopefully grow back at a more constant level so that the surface of your skin becomes more even over time. Next up is chemical peels, and we've all heard of chemical peels, and there are lower level, kind of lighter intensity chemical peels, which is AHA acid, but then there are the more intense ones, which is generally the ones that you're going to get when you go get a professional treatment, which is TCA, which is trichloroacetic acid, I believe, if I said that correctly. But I've heard people on both sides of the fence where some people say that it's worked really well for them and some people say that they haven't seen any difference at all. Now this next one is called dermabrasion and microdermabrasion, which are actually two different things, which I didn't know back in the day, and you maybe not know this either, because a lot of us hear dermabrasion and we think of that spinning brush. But basically, yeah, you've seen those. You use them in the shower and stuff. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the professional level treatments. And so the dermabrasion treatment is somewhere around, the average in 2018 was $1,200 per session. That's pretty intense. But basically, they use a little tool that basically is sanding your face. So they're just slowly going piece by piece over your face, and it's sanding that top layer of skin off of your face and making way for the new layer of skin to grow, theoretically, of course, back at a more constant surface level so that you have less of those acne scars. The second version is the microdermabrasion version, and this is kind of a completely different thing. So it's kind of weird that they have the same, kind of name. This is kind of crazy sounding, but basically what they're going to do is they're going to take a little instrument and go over your face, and it shoots little tiny crystal pieces into your face, and then it goes and sucks them back up through a little vacuum. And so those little pieces going into your face are going to create very small little holes, and then it sucks it back out. And now the holes are generally at an even depth so that the collagen and the skin grows back at a similar level. And you'll notice that most of these treatments are doing the exact same thing. They're just trying to cause you to grow new skin at a similar level so that your surface isn't quite so bumpy, but rather, uniform. Next up is the Dermapen, and I think I actually forgot to mention this in the beginning summary, but the Dermapen is the one that I personally got. This is the one that my dermatologist recommended for me at the time instead of laser, which we'll get to in a second. But basically Dermapen, the simplest way that I can put it is it's basically like a tattoo gun, but without the ink. So it's just a needle that is, well, a bunch of needles actually, that are just going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it is just piercing your skin, again causing holes to be at the same depth level, which then causes your collagen and your skin regrowth to be at an even surface level. This one is one that you definitely do need to do a series of. You don't just do one session. And for me, I personally had 3 sessions. These were $350 each, but that is because they gave me a discount because of social media. In general, they were charging $500 per session. So for 3 sessions, you would be doing $1,500. And this is the only one other than Retin A that I have actually done out of this list. And so this is the only one that I can give my personal experience on. I personally felt like it did pretty good, but I felt like it took a long time to actually see the results. So even after I did the 3rd session, it wasn't like I, a couple days later looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, okay, now I see that, area is a little bit lighter, and this area, I literally didn't see anything, and I kind of didn't really feel like it did much. But around probably 6 to 9 months later, that's when I started to kind of see the differences, and that is when people were mentioning that they had seen a difference in my acne scars as well. Now next up is laser, and this is probably one that you've heard of when you look at professional treatments for acne scars. Laser comes in a bunch of different ways of laser. So there is CO2, there's Fraxel, there's a couple different types of treatments, and there's different laser treatments that are for different reasons. So there are some for resurfacing and for causing your acne scars to, become even, where there are also acne scar laser treatments that are based more on the dark color hyperpigmentation, I've learned. So you definitely need to DYOR, do your own research on all of these, but especially with the laser one, because there are so many different types of them. And this is the one that I was actually planning on doing myself from when I had Googled through all this stuff. But when I saw my dermatologist, he was like, with your type of acne scars from looking at you, I think you would do better with Dermapen than you would with laser. So I suggest doing your own research, but then also consulting with your dermatologist before you actually go through with this. Now, the last one on this list, you may or may not have heard of this one. This one I feel like looks the most drastic when you actually see it being performed. This is called augmentation and fillers. And so basically what this entails is if you had your skin like this, right? And then you say the holes, acne scars kind of look like this, right? What they basically do is they put an instrument under your skin and then wiggle it around pretty intensely to detach your skin or loosen your skin from the subcutaneous fat underneath. Now they can add a filler underneath that hole and they can fill that hole in so that they kind of artificially will fill in your holes instead of trying to stimulate collagen to fill in those holes. This is for people, I'm assuming, who have much deeper acne scars than the average person, where a general treatment that's going to cause more collagen growth still wouldn't cut it to actually even out the surface of your skin. So those are the professional level treatments that I've researched and generally are the most commonly practiced, and I wanted to make this part of the video so that you can go check those out further and just kind of give you a base level of those, but you can go and look much deeper and kind of understand what they are. And generally these are relatively expensive. So for the majority of people who watch my acne channel, a lot of you guys are much younger, 15 to 25, something like that. And so you don't generally have a lot of money to spend. And for me, when I heard the price for the laser, I was like, $2,000. There's no chance I would be able to do that. Now that leads me to the second half of this video, because again, I know so many of you can't afford those professional level treatments. And a lot of you are wondering, are there any at-home products or remedies or anything, treatments that you can do that can help your acne scars? If you're new to my channel, you probably don't know this, but if you've followed me for a long time, you know I'm very skeptical about acne products. I'm very much so a hater of products that claim to be able to cure your acne, like every product out there. Just follow this 3-step system and you'll have clear skin with no changes in your diet or your life or anything. I think so many of them are just trying to make money off of people, and so I'm always skeptical about companies that reach out to me. So I actually had a company reach out to me about acne scar treatments, which is something different because it's usually people claiming to be able to cure your acne. And so I did a lot of research into the ingredients that this company uses before I actually got back in contact with them. And the thing that I really liked about them is that they use a lot of ingredients that I've talked about many times in the past, like vitamin C serum, to actually be able to scientifically address your discoloration and your acne scars. And so this is the reason I started having a conversation with them. I've been using their products for a little bit over a year now, and from looking through their products, looking at the ingredients and the scientific studies that actually back those ingredients, this is one of the best systems that you can do at home to take care of your scars and actually see a difference. I've also looked up tons of reviews, tons of video reviews from my personal experience as well. I've seen a lot of really great things where a lot of people are saying like, this is causing huge differences in my acne scars. If you guys can see on my face, I don't really have severe acne scars. And like I said earlier, I really don't want to put out any products out there that I don't believe in, that I haven't vetted, that I haven't looked through the ingredients, that I haven't done research on. And this is a company that I actually have. They are called Banish Acne Scars. You might have seen them around. They are relatively popular, and they dealt with me emailing them back and forth, asking for the ingredient list, asking for scientific studies, etc., etc., etc. And I saw nothing but good things in their ingredients. I asked the CEO, the owner of the company, to sit down with me and kind of talk through their products so that you guys can kind of see what the breakdown is of the ingredients in there. And I'm also going to be showing you guys some scientific studies that back up the ingredients that they are using in their products. So I definitely encourage you to check out the products. The link will be in the description below, but I'm also going to jump over now to the conversation that me and Daisy, her name is Daisy, had about the products. So thank you guys for checking this out, and I hope you enjoy. I'm here with Daisy, the owner of Banish. Thank you for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
When someone's purchasing Banish, what is the goal?
So the goal for Banish is to remove the acne scarring. So right now on the market, there's not too much that you can do to treat the acne scars. You can go to lasers, you can go to medical spas and do microneedling,
like the pro treatments,
or the vampire facial, but those are $1,000, $2,000, a lot of downtime, a lot of healing process, right? Mm-hmm. So microneedling is a really great way to get rid of the pigment and also kind of flatten out the scars afterwards. it's kind of a beginner step before you would do like the vampire facial. So it's kind of like the thing you do before then, so you can see if the results work for you.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. For Banish, the needle length is really short, but it will induce collagen in the skin. So 0.5 is a length that will build the collagen without inducing unnecessary trauma. So if you do like the vampire, they go at 2.5, 3 millimeters.
Got the numbers down.
That's just what I do for a living.
Yeah.
So it really, sometimes it's unnecessary to actually draw blood, but it's for that Hollywood effect. Like people think,
you get the Instagram selfie.
Yeah, if I get blood all over my face, it's gonna work. But actually, you know, deeper isn't always better. I did the vampire facial and I actually didn't really see like the results I would have thought I would have gotten. So, you know, try it all and see what works. But this is a great introductory product if you wanna figure out or how to get rid of your scars at home naturally.
So the one thing I really wanted to know is, because I like to know people's kind of story, I kind of like to know the reasons that they're doing things. Why did you start Banish?
I love that question because I could do like a whole monologue about it, but short story, I've had acne all my life. It is my #1 biggest physical insecurity. I have the worst skin ever. Like I have psoriasis, I have eczema, I have dermatitis. Anything you can think of, my skin has always been just like, I've been traumatized by it. So when I was younger, you know, I tried everything out there on the market and nothing seemed to work for my skin. And what I thought was more traumatizing than the actual acne was this feeling of like, I'm not worthy because my skin isn't perfect. And I think society sells us this image of perfection. If you buy this product, you know, it'll disappear. If you do this, it'll disappear. And I've never wanted to make anyone feel like they need to be perfect to belong or to have value, because I cannot guarantee that these products or any other products will cure your skin 100%. Like that's just not the reality, right? There's so many different factors of what causes skin and acne issues. And you know, it's diet, it's genetics, it's environment, it's skincare, it's all of that. So I always want to tell people, you know, you always have to fix the confidence and love yourself regardless of how bad your skin is. Because even if your skin does clear up, you're still gonna have to deal with yourself in the mirror, right? People think like once I have clear skin, everything in my life will change. And the reality is you still have to face those demons. Like even though my skin is so much better than it was 10 years ago, I still have these issues, right? That I still need to work on. So I just want to tell everyone that, you know, be kind to yourself, use good products for your skin. And when I was going through acne, I tried everything. Like I would layer on that 10% benzoyl peroxide. I would take all those antibiotics. I would do the Retin A, all that stuff, and it ruined my skin. It made it worse. You know, it's not about putting more products. It's not about being harsh to your skin. I never intended to start a skincare company. It was really out of like a need. This whole thing happened by accident. But it was really something like that worked for me that people wanted to buy, and then it just kind of spiraled. But I've always been like, you know, I need to stay true to the mission and the values. And it's not about the way you look. It's never about the way you look, right? It's about the way you feel about yourself.
That's facts. So can we talk about the actual products and kind of break them down?
Okay, so our most popular product is the Banish kit. So this is our microneedling stamper with a vitamin C serum. Okay, so this is the Banisher. This took about 2.5 years in the making, but this is basically a microneedling stamper device. On the bottom, there are 24 karat plated titanium little needles. So when you stamp it onto your face, it will create tiny holes, which will kind of force the collagen and elastin in your skin to rebuild itself. Gold is really good for promoting collagen growth as well. This Banish oil, we actually make this fresh. So it contains pure L-ascorbic acid, and if you do your studies, L-ascorbic acid is really the most effective way to get vitamin C into your skin.
This is what a lot of people will call vitamin C serum.
Yeah, vitamin C serum, exactly.
Okay, cool.
We just named it the Banish oil because people started calling it the oil, and so, but it is a vitamin C serum. It has vitamin C, vitamin E, and ferulic acid too. So like the SkinCeutical serum has that. A lot of the top vitamin C serums have some kind of combination of that. But we make ours fresh, so if you order yours like Monday morning at like 5 a.m. we'll be making it in the office like 9 a.m. and then shipping it out.
That's cool.
Because vitamin C, if you put it, like if you open it and you put it next to light and air, it'll degrade over time.
Yeah, when I saw this product, I was really excited because you guys have heard me say for years, vitamin C serum is one thing that you should look into for acne scars, but also like discoloration.
I will say what you will see, like the next day, the pigment of the scars are gonna fade. Like that will happen. It's much harder to treat the actual texture of the skin. Like that you have to do over and over again, multiple times, but the pigmentation, like that, it just goes away.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that when I saw this product lineup, I was like, that's awesome. That's actually backed up by science, and I've seen it happen a bazillion times. So that is an awesome product.
So this is our pumpkin enzyme mask, and this is really good because it has glycolic acid in there. And what glycolic acid does is it helps slough off the skin cells. So when you get acne, it's because you have a clogged pore with dead skin cells and sebum, and it kind of grows into this big pimple, right? So what you want to do is prevent the acne from happening. So you want to slough off the dead skin cells. So it's important to either exfoliate or to just make sure you're constantly like replenishing and like renewing your skin. So this is a really great natural way to do this. All of our products are natural. There's no parabens or sulfates or mineral oils or petroleum ingredients. So it's like that. It smells like pumpkin pie.
Smells like you could eat it.
Yeah, it smells like you can eat it.
Don't.
And it kind of tingles because that's the glycolic acid working in your pores and just sloughing off the dead skin cells. So people also really love this product.
These two products, when I saw them, I was really excited about because again, I've seen the scientific studies for so long about this, and you've already seen what I mentioned here in this video, but these two I was like, yes, going with the science, not just doing a bunch of pseudo weird stuff.
Then I have the Vitamin C Beauty Elixir. So you want to definitely hydrate and moisturize your skin, but I don't want to add anything that's gonna like irritate the skin. So none of our products have alcohol, which irritates my skin and dries it out. If you are gonna use a spray of some sort on your skin, just make sure to read the ingredients, make sure it doesn't have alcohol, because it does help it evaporate faster, but it's gonna dry out your skin. We have our All Clear Mint Cleanser. This is our newest product. I don't know if you tried it.
I don't think I have that yet.
So this, I was so damn picky about cleansers. I want something that foams but doesn't have sulfates, and I want it not to strip away, but I also want it to be minty. And I had all these criteria, and it was like super difficult to like get it exactly what I wanted. This, we were like 95% there, and I'll be honest, it's a little more watery than I would like it to be, but it's still like my favorite, like of all we've tried, because I wanted something that was minty and natural and would clean but without stripping away like the oils from your skin. I didn't want my skin to feel tight afterwards. So this is my favorite cleanser. I love minty stuff. It just wakes you up.
Yeah, it does feel good on your skin, right?
Lastly, we have the Activated Charcoal Clay Mask, and this has activated charcoal, and all you do is you add a few spritz of the elixir or witch hazel or apple cider vinegar, whatever you want. You mix it up, you put it wherever you have large pores. So activated charcoal is really great because activated charcoal is like a magnet for like dirt and oil and all that. So you kind of really gets all that gunk out of your face. So it's a natural way to do that.
So there you have it, guys. I really want to sit down with Daisy and have her actually kind of give you a little bit more insight, because obviously she knows way more about this than I do. I've been using the products for just a little bit under a year. I really like them. I had obviously done my research into them. I really liked them, but I wanted to sit down with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you for having me.
If you guys are interested in them, you can get them by using the link under this video. They'll also just be in the description of all the videos from now on, and then also the discount code will be Brian5, so you can see that below here. You guys can check them out. Like she said, they're worldwide, so yeah. Try them out. If you don't like them, that's okay. There's no risk here. All right, so a little bit of a longer video, but I wanted to go in depth. I wanted to leave no detail untouched. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Remember, you are beautiful, you are not alone, and you are part of Team Acne. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.